Welcome to the 2021 Baltimore AIDS Walk and Music Fest. I'm your host for this evening, Jasmine Pope. Virtual walk, virtual fest, virtually no more HIV. Today, we put our pledge to action to end the HIV epidemic, expanding testing, treatment, and prevention. 40 years ago, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention made its first report about a new disease that will come to be known as HIV and AIDS. Today, we're together to declare that 40 years of HIV is decades too long. In memory of the many we have lost to HIV, and in honor of our long-term thrivers who live with HIV, our goal for this year's AIDS Walk and Music Fest is to raise $165,000 to expand HIV testing, prevention, education, and treatment, and pledge to do all we can to prevent new HIV transmissions. This work is significant to me. I've been doing it for more than 15 years. And the only way that we can end the transmission of HIV that disproportionately affects the vulnerable populations within Baltimore City and the state of Maryland is to do it in a collaborative way. So walk, run, dance, and donate your time to the organizations who are on the ground and doing this work in Baltimore. And thank you to Chase Brexton for organizing this amazing presentation. During the past 2 weeks, over 35 participants have clocked in their miles during our mile challenge, walking, running, biking, dancing toward an end to HIV. In total, we've journeyed 550 miles. We're grateful for your dedication. During the next hours, you'll hear the winning results of placemakers, followed by performances by Eze Jackson, Wendel Patrick, and yours truly. I'm so excited to be playing with my good friends. First, we'll have an opportunity to hear from others, learn more about the why we're fighting to end HIV, and ways to get involved. Here's a message from Chase Brexton Health Care CEO, Patrick Much.
Hello and welcome to the Baltimore AIDS Walk and Music Festival. I'm so honored to be with you today. As we fight the COVID pandemic, we continue to work to end the HIV epidemic. Together we have the power to stop HIV, and I believe we can and will make this happen together. Since the first cases emerged 40 years ago, Chase Brexton has never been alone in our fight to end the HIV epidemic. And that is why I'm truly pleased to recognize our community partners, the JACQUES Initiative, John G. Bartlett Specialty Practice, the Tuerk House, among many others. These local HIV and AIDS service organizations have joined the Baltimore AIDS Walk as community partners, with a portion of the proceeds they raise directly benefiting their programs and services. We are honored to partner with them and grateful for the many healthcare heroes who work daily to end the impact of HIV on our friends, our families, and our communities by expanding education, testing, prevention, and treatment programs provided by our community partners and Chase Brexton Health Care. Chase Brexton serves a very special mission: to provide compassionate quality health care that honors diversity, inspires wellness, and improves our communities. We're so proud of our history and our dedicated healthcare heroes. Please take a look at this video about our humble beginnings and our current efforts.
In 1981, after 3 years of service, the volunteer-run Chase Brexton Health Care first heard about a mysterious illness in the gay community. Until then, the tiny clinic, open 2 nights a week, focused mainly on sexually transmitted infections. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention initially thought the disease was a type of cancer attacking gay men, and they named the disease Gay-Related Immune Deficiency, or GRID. That name and the constant referral to AIDS being a homosexual disease created a lasting stigma for the gay community.
Like many young gay physicians at that time, were in a place and time where all of a sudden there was this problem and you take care of it. And we did not, in general, get a lot of good support from our colleagues in the general medical community. They didn't want to be involved. They didn't want to see our patients when we needed, consults if they knew it was a patient with AIDS.
In 1984, at the National Cancer Institute in Maryland, Dr. Robert Gallo co-discovered the virus that caused AIDS, human immunodeficiency virus, or HIV. This was a massive discovery, but it did not make HIV and AIDS any less terrifying. Fear of the disease led to the creation of restrictions and bans that would last for decades and struck healthcare providers particularly hard.
I went through a very difficult soul-searching period to say, can I stay in this line of work? Because I have to make a decision. I can't be frightened and do it at the same time. So either I have to get over it or I have to change my line of work.
Branson, of course, continued to do the work. He went on to found HERO, an internationally renowned, multifaceted HIV and AIDS service organization in the heart of Mount Vernon in Baltimore. In the late 1980s, Robert Mell founded Baltimore's Movable Feast, a free food delivery service to provide healthy, homemade hot meals for the community's homebound AIDS patients. In that first decade, making patients comfortable, making them feel safe, was mainly all that could be done. Dr. Carla Alexander said it was much more like being in a war. Only the war wasn't acceptable to anybody because all of the people who were coming to the clinic were being blamed for the disease.
There was huge stigma, far more than now, about HIV, and we were, in many cases, the only people that knew they were positive. They just needed to have an ear. They needed to have a hug every once in a while and those things. There wasn't a staff member here who wasn't willing to do any and all of that.
Worse than the stigma, death loomed. During the first decade or so, 90% of those with HIV would die from AIDS-related illnesses. Monthly memorials were held for Chase Brexton's staff. And in 1995, Chase Brexton created Maryland's only AIDS memorial, the Wall of Courage. Chase Brexton participated in multiple national clinical trials, and AIDS Action Baltimore, founded by attorney and activist Linda D., took on the battle with pharma for development and access to desperately needed medications.
My thing was drugs, was drugs for treatment and prevention, and that's what AIDS Action has really been about, drug development, affordable access thereafter.
By 1997, hope began to emerge in the form of a cocktail of drugs called highly active antiretroviral therapy, HART.
We had drugs, and I'll tell you, the first thing, our patients stopped dying. We didn't go to funerals. We used to go to funerals those first couple of years.
At the turn of the century, we slowly began to see that the advances in treatment were helping HIV to become a chronic, more manageable disease. The approval of rapid HIV testing allowed providers to get patients into HIV care more quickly. And as the decades wore on, slight changes to the bans created in the 1980s were finally occurring. Today, while we still struggle with stigma and misinformation, much has improved. Treatment is simpler and more effective. Prevention options have been expanded. In 2012, Truvada, an HIV treatment, became the first medication approved by the FDA as a pre-exposure prophylaxis, PrEP. Those without HIV could take PrEP once a day to prevent HIV infection. In 2019, multiple global health organizations, including the CDC and the World Health Organization, finally promoted U equals U. Undetectable equals untransmittable. Treatment that successfully suppresses HIV is a form of prevention. Those with virally suppressed HIV cannot pass HIV through sex. At Chase Brexton, we have added a third new testing van to help make HIV testing easier for those who are hesitant to get tested. And most importantly, to ensure patients receive their medications to stay undetectable and live healthier, longer lives, we are increasing our free, confidential prescription delivery service. As the painting renowned artist Tom Miller, dedicated to Chase Brexton in 1998, portrays, hope lives here. Hope lives today for an end to HIV.
Exactly. Hope lives today for an end to HIV. Until there is no need, Chase Brexton Health Care will continue the work toward an end to HIV and to serve its mission as a federally qualified healthcare center. Chase Brexton Health Care remains committed to providing individualized care that respects and affirms all who walk through their doors, providing care that honors, lifts up, and values more than 40,000 patients, as it sees annually, is at the core of everything Chase Brexton does. Whether new to the community or new to the country, with or without insurance, gay or straight, all are welcome and will receive compassionate and quality care at Chase Brexton. Though it started as a volunteer-run LGBTQ health clinic Today, Chase Brexton Health Care provides services that make it easy for patients to get all their care in one place. Adult and pediatric primary care, gender-diverse health care, HIV and infectious disease treatment, OBGYN, behavioral health, substance use treatment, psychiatry, pharmacy, dental, social work, LGBTQ resources and support, and lab services. Chase Brexton is committed to the community and recognizes the importance of working together to achieve our common goals. In partnership with local community organizations, the goal for the AIDS Walk is to raise $165,000 to support local community partners with HIV and AIDS programming. Proceeds raised by Chase Brexton Health Care will support the delivery of HIV medication to our patients' doorsteps. Chase Brexton can't do this without you and the generosity of our many sponsors. I'm pleased to introduce Gilead, the presenting sponsor of the 2021 Baltimore AIDS Walk, to share their remarks.
Hello, everyone. I am Trina Scott, the Community Liaison with Gilead Sciences. It is truly an honor to be here with you today. The Baltimore AIDS Walk and Music Festival 2021 brings together people in solidarity to raise awareness, to show support, to remember those that have passed, and also help bring an end to HIV stigma. As a community, we are at an important moment of our history. Today, there are testing options that enable everyone to know their status quickly and easily. And there are also multiple ways to prevent HIV that are helping reduce the number of new infections. And there are treatments available that can help those living with HIV have longer and healthier lives. While our community has witnessed great progress over the years, the epidemic is not over. Every year, there are still about 40,000 new infections, and not everyone is benefiting from all of the tools that are available for prevention, care, and treatment. Now more than ever, your efforts and the funds raised here today are vital in sustaining the programs that are critical to helping those in our community. So it's encouraging to see so many teams of walkers here today, created by families and friends and churches and schools and healthcare providers and all types of organizations. And I also just want to send a big welcome to all of the individual walkers who've joined us today. At Gilead, we are proud to be here to walk, support, and partner with all of you all to bring an end to this epidemic. So let's work together to help stop the virus. And as a community, we can do it. Thank you.
We are so grateful to Gilead, along with Johns Hopkins Medicine, LabCorp, M&T Bank, Quest Diagnostics, Verizon, CareFirst, and Horseshoe Casino. Thanks to their and your support, we can deliver medications to our doorsteps of the patients like Marvin Clark.
My name is Mr. Marvin Lamont Clark. I've been a patient here at Chase Brexton ever since 2009. I came here to get treated for HIV. Chase Brexton always had my best interests at heart. First they got me to adjust to my medication. Then they had my best interests of care. They don't discriminate. They are like your personal best friend. I have a caseworker, I have a primary care doctor, and I have a social worker and everything. They deliver my medication to me. It's a lot that Chase Brexton has to offer. Even if I get short on my gas and electric, they'll send me down to see if they have any funds for the Ryan White program, and they help me out. They just helped me get my Ray-Bans. Due to the pandemic, I lost them. I fell when it was wet and slipped, and I broke my glasses. Yeah, I'd like to thank the CEO of Chase Brexton. They helped me get my life together. They helped me get my thoughts, my eating habits, my smoking habits, my drug habits, although I had 22 years of recovery. But they give me focus on controlling my life and make me feel a better person. You know, I take medication to help me sleep. I take medication for my toenails. I take medication to help me sleep. And that's all the medication I take. And I take the medication for my HIV, which is undetectable. And that makes me feel good. So I love Chase Brexton. I don't know what I would do without Chase Brexton, because no one's going to treat me and give me the attention I need the way Chase Brexton. They go beyond steps over to make sure I'm satisfied, or all patients, they treat all patients the same. You know, they go beyond and more, 1,000 times higher, to make a person pleasant, to feel better.
Thank you, Marvin. But it shouldn't take someone's story to commit you to the dedication and fight to end HIV. There's a lot more to come. Thank you, and here's a taste of what's ahead in about 15 minutes. We'll be back soon, but first, here's a message from Chase Brexton's Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Sebastian Ruse.
Thanks, Jasmine. This year is the 40th anniversary of the first report of AIDS by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Since that moment, Chase Brexton has been committed to fight the HIV epidemic. We grieved when our patients died from AIDS-related illnesses. But today we have many tools to stop HIV, including fast and free testing, improved state-of-the-art treatment programs, pre-exposure and post-exposure prophylaxis, also known as PEP and PrEP, and now we know that treatment is a very effective way of prevention. HIV is a chronic and manageable condition as long as people are in care and on treatment. At Chase Brexton, we celebrate our success that is accomplished as a team effort. Since November of 2020, over 90% of our patients have maintained an undetectable viral load. This is significant because undetectable equals untransmittable, or U equals U. U equals U means that people with HIV who achieve and maintain an undetectable viral load, the amount of HIV in your blood, by maintaining on their medication therapy as prescribed, cannot transmit the virus to others. Treatment as prevention is a critical step to ending HIV transmissions. That and other prevention methods, including frequent testing and new medications, are helping us to put a stop to HIV. PrEP, or pre-exposure prophylaxis, is highly effective. It's a daily pill to prevent HIV for those who may be at risk for getting in contact with the virus, but who do not currently have HIV. PEP, or post-exposure prophylaxis, is an emergency form of prevention for those who do not have HIV, but who may have been recently exposed to it. Today's medical advances and knowledge have the power to stop HIV after 40 years of this epidemic. Learn more about testing, prevention, and treatment at Chase Brexton or from any of our community partners.
Big shout out to our community partners and to Chase Brexton for hosting the 2021 Baltimore AIDS Walk. Your contributions will ensure that people living with HIV and AIDS receive the holistic support they need to maintain or reach an undetectable status. U equals you. Take a look at this video from one of our long-standing community partners and originators of the AIDS Walk, Movable Feast. want to thank you for walking, running, biking, maybe even dancing toward an end to HIV. In total, we've journeyed over 550 miles, and we're grateful for your dedication. I'm honored to announce the winners of this year's AIDS Walk. Team with the most miles, Runny Babbitts. Individual with the most miles, Travis Ridgway. Top fundraising corporation team, Brown Advisory. Top fundraising family and friends team, We Got the Feet. Top fundraising community partner team, Movable Beast. Top fundraising Chase Brexton employee team, 3 balance sheets to the wind. Top individual fundraiser, Shalin Patel. Top social media sharer, Derek Briner. Now, a message from Dennis Riviera, Deputy Director of the Infectious Disease Prevention and Health Services Bureau at the Maryland Department of Health.
Hello, my name is Dennis Riviera, and I am the Deputy Director of the Infectious Disease Prevention and Health Services Bureau, which is part of the Prevention and Health Promotion Administration at the Maryland Department of Health. I bring you greetings and a big thank you from everyone at the Maryland Department of Health to all that are participating in this year's Baltimore AIDS Walk. The mission of the Maryland Department of Health is to protect, promote, and improve the health and well-being of all Marylanders and their families. This is accomplished through public health leadership and community-based partnerships with local health departments, public and private sector agencies, and diverse community-based organizations, giving special attention to at-risk and vulnerable populations. Today, I wish to thank Chase Brexton Health Care for putting together an event for all Marylanders. It is encouraging to know that the efforts for this year's AIDS Walk were not hampered by ongoing public health challenges at home and abroad. Every step you take today brings us closer to ending the HIV epidemic in Maryland. Your participation not only supports Chase Brexton's patient health, education, medication support services, but also supports multiple community-based organizations focused on HIV diagnosis, treatment, and care. People will be able to access testing services, get connected to medical expertise and supports, and even learn how to advocate for health equity to end health disparities. When more people communicate their concerns for these issues and collectively raise their voices, we can help end the HIV epidemic. We have come so far in addressing HIV over the last 40 years. When HIV first came into public view in 1981, Maryland was one of the first states to begin tracking HIV cases. Based on most recent data, there were 931 more people aged 13 and over diagnosed with HIV infection in Maryland in calendar year 2019. At the end of 2019, there were a total of 31,630 people living with diagnosed HIV in Maryland, and African Americans accounted for 74.1% of those living with the virus. Prevention efforts such as condom use, syringe exchange, reducing the number of partners, mutual monogamy, and even abstinence still play major roles in mitigating HIV transmission. While there is still no vaccine, there have been phenomenal scientific breakthroughs. There are now many medication options to manage HIV disease. HIV treatment as prevention is best described through the phrase undetectable equals untransmittable, or U equals U, which refers to the fact that when HIV medications are taken as prescribed, the person living with the virus can achieve undetectable levels of the virus in their body. When this happens, the virus is untransmittable and cannot be passed on to another person. If a person does not have HIV and is at risk for acquiring HIV, they should ask their doctor about pre-exposure prophylaxis, PrEP. These are medications that are being used to prevent people from getting HIV. PrEP is another way to help end the HIV epidemic. It is effective and can be used by men as well as women. In closing, we need to encourage residents, family members, co-workers, neighbors, educators, religious and community leaders, and friends to get tested and protect themselves to prevent new HIV infections. It is imperative that we work more than ever to end the epidemic, and each step you take gets us closer to the finish. Thank you for supporting AIDS Walk 2021.
Your contributions will ensure that people get their medications delivered to their doorstep. To see how the medication delivery program works, take a look at this video.
So I'm sending your Descovy for 90 days. You're going to take 1 tablet daily around the same time, okay? All right, I'll see you next time.
So this is where the prescriptions come down from the doctor, get put into the system by our technician. It will get checked by the pharmacist and then counted by our filling technician, which will then be sent over to the pharmacist for final review. This is where we make sure the medication is correct, labeled. Okay, ready for delivery. Here you go, Denise.
Thank you.
So the prescription will then be transferred off to the mail order department, which will then be packed up and sent out via UPS. We do contact our patients, make sure that we have all the information correct before we send out. And it'll get packaged up in the UPS bag and then handed off to the UPS driver, which will then be delivered. Hi all, my name is Shalin Patel, pharmacist here at Mount Vernon Pharmacy. Chase Brexton has 4 pharmacies that together fill about 26,000 prescriptions per month. Of those, about 40% are delivered directly to our patients' home. We are so grateful to you for our support of our medication delivery program that we want to share a special message from each of our pharmacies. Take a look.
You walk for testing.
You ran for treatment.
You biked for prevention. You danced for education.
You pledged to end HIV.
And now it is our turn to say a very special thank you on behalf of our patients who struggle to come to the pharmacy.
Who need assistance with their copays.
Whose first language is not English. Мы готовы вам помочь. Who need the extra help and convenience of getting their medications delivered to their doorsteps. On their behalf, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sasrina.
Spasiba.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
Dankeschön.
Gracias.
Okay, you heard him. Thank you. We're all thrilled to let you know that we have surpassed our goal. We've raised over $183,000. But don't stop there. Make another donation to your team or directly at www.baltimoreaidswalk.org. Every little bit helps. Are y'all ready to kick it off? Here's a special message from Mayor Brandon Scott while I get into place.
Hello, this is Mayor Brandon Scott. I am thrilled to join you for this year's virtual AIDS Walk and Music Festival. This historic walk comes as the nation prepares to recognize 40 years of HIV in America this summer. And while we have come so far since the beginning of the epidemic in 1981, we know that we must continue to educate, advocate, and fight against this virus. As we continue this crucial work, I challenge all of you to do your part to help stop the spread of HIV and AIDS. It is my duty today to kick off the music portion of this program. It's an honor to introduce Baltimore's own Eze Jackson, my favorite rapper from Baltimore. Some call Eze one of the most iconic, indispensable voices in Baltimore music. While I agree, I just call him my brother and my friend. And after Eze, we'll have Wendel Patrick. Wendel has been referred to as David Foster Wallace reincarnated as a sound engineer by Urbanite magazine and is wildly talented by the Baltimore Sun. The alter ego of classical and jazz pianist Kevin Gift, Wendel Patrick is rapidly making a name for himself as a producer to be recognized and reckoned with. And last but not least, we will hear from Jasmine Pope, a lyricist who zigs and zags between clever lyrical melodies and rapid fire rhymes with a free feeling, flow, and sophisticated swagger. Jasmine Pope's compelling spoken word delivery and her captivating stage presence has become a stalwart of the local scene. I wish you all a great time and look forward to joining you in person next year.
I just want you to be great. I just want you to be great. I just want you to be great. Even if it means you gotta leave me. You don't wanna be baby. Look, baby, I'm straight. I just want you to be great. I just want you to be great. I just want you to be great. And homie, if it seems you never see me, no, I'm working, I'm great, I'm trying to get straight. Yeah. As the sunlight rises to meet us, another day rises to greet us. People, places, and things that tried to delete us couldn't beat us, couldn't be us, now they see us. I am not the twinkle on the brand new Breitling. I am the light shining when the night gets frightening. The truth is shock value, get your life on right swing, and I ain't no saint. I left Jesus at the pulpit, found God in self, decided not to forfeit. From life done right, done wrong, apologize. Done things that made it so hard to smile inside. I know you going through it, trust me, I know. We all coming from a memory, it's helping you grow. So get your back up, head high, shoulder square. Get them squares out your circle, love until it overbears hate. Only you can get yourself into a better place. I want you to be great. I just want you to be great. I just want you to be great. Even if it means you gotta leave me. And you don't wanna be baby. Look, baby, I'm straight. I just want you to be great. I just want you to be great. I just want you to be great. And homie, if it seems you never see me, no, I'm working, I'm great, I'm trying to get straight. Yeah, and I can see in your eyes you want to quit. But remember the winters you made it through just to have the summer lit. Take the bitter with the sweet and you make a meal. The energy you need to continue and seal the deal. Synergy revealed is bigger than what they feel when the pressure gets real. No, that pressure can't kill. Passion, desire, the drive, the will of focus running through the fire and survive. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Go in and levitate. The drama ain't necessary. Just go in and meditate. Get your back up, head high, shoulder square. Get them squares out your circle. Love until it overbears hate. Only you can get yourself into a better place. I want you to be great. I just want you to be. I just want you to be great. I just want you to be great. Even if it means you gotta leave me. And you don't wanna be baby. Look, baby, I'm straight. I just want you to be great. I just want you to be great. I just want you to be great. And homie, if it seems you never see me, no, I'm working, I'm great, I'm trying to get straight. I just want you to be great. I just want you to be great. I just want you to be great.
What would it take for you to walk in your divinity? What would it take for you to walk in your divinity? Do you see your light, 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 light? Won't you make it shine bright, 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 bright? Do you see your light, light, light? Yeah. Well, let it shine bright, 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 bright. Look, 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 yeah. Trigger finger itch the bevel smokes, I choke. I feel the pressure of the world at the back of my throat. Spit a whisper with the wattage of a million hopes. Burn fast and fell slow like the life of a dope fiend. Fade and lean with the cardboard grin. Eyes cloudy from distractions of what's happening. Got armed dollar signs stacking bodies to the sky. Everybody's in line, they trying to get a piece of the pie. Look, they all saying they hate it, but you fighting to change it. They walking around naked like the garment is degrading. Never understanding the image that we are winning. We not kings, we not queens, we are gods. Hey, so walk in your divinity, T, gods. Yeah. So walk in your divinity, T, God.
Rap elegance mixed with essential melanin. I don't count the X's, the sex was when I was celibate. Bouncing in the challenges, balancing in the reverence. I need the kind of money that 12 spending, I'm helping. Your raps don't work for me personally, I'm offended. How you only did one song looking goofy and winded. Splendid Street Scott bought the battery pack. I'm avidly apt to adapt to high noon in your trap. What's your major malfunction? Buddy, you looking real vibes. Buddy, you giving weirdo vibes. Hate the sound selling, but something just wasn't feeling right. Way the crowd humbled me, something it took the fit to fly. Turned it into troublesome government cafeterias. I bought the smoke for that ass. She was hoping to smoke good, but nobody passed.
Hey, but nobody passed like.
Let's go, Wendel Patrick.
Yeah. Yeah. To the individuals that judge folks, it's not like you. Hurry up and get a clue. Everybody on this earth won't meant to be the same. Just like everybody calls God by a different name. Jehovah, Allah, Yahweh. You teach superiority, blame the majority. You play them all the role and act like it's the only way to be like. God can only dwell in folks just like you. If you act like me, you can have God too. Whether Jews or Gentiles, Protestants or Catholics, Muslims, Jehovah Witnesses, Hindus or Southern Baptists, wrap themselves in religion, trap themselves in religion, start making decisions that deviate from God's intended plan, confusing the will of God with the will of man. So lost in the desert, start to think the sand is the holy land, and congregations become fans and superstar prophets that sell God for profit. Get in bed with politicians, not only God can stop it. I pray for a spirit to discern the truth from the lies. Pray for the day my people start to realize God dwells in all, from the low to the high, from the poor and the hungry to the rich and despised. We should at least try to love the God in our fellow man. If your brother falls, don't step over, just lend him my hand. And if he does you wrong, try to understand. He has a little God, but he has a little man. Man was born into sin and not into perfection. So there, but by the grace of God, go I. Before you chuck your stone, check your own. Yeah, check your own.
Look, I met her on a train back from Philly with no intentions of trying to get back to my city. We made a joke, she laughed and replied more witty. We both agreed there's other settings that's more fitting. Put the number in the phone, then follow me on IG. Said it's but don't try me. But don't try me. Yeah.
But don't try me.
Look. Let's go, Wendy. I met her on a train back from Philly with no intentions, just trying to get back to my city. I made a joke, she laughed and replied more witty. We both agreed there's other settings that's more fitting. Put the number in the phone, even follow me on IG. We both agreed there's other settings that's more fitting. Put the number in the phone, even follow me on IG. She said, I know you tried a bunch of flavors, don't try me. She's something special like a ribbon in the sky. This is she giving, I'm giving my shot. Free enterprise in her eyes, I recognize the pain she overcame. Smoking on granddaddy, the Frank Ocean overcame. I know my lane, play my position just like an athlete. Running things, rubber meets road, me and the track me. I wonder if she ever been loved like I've been loved her, but I'm fine along those lines, thinking can be the I'ma let the summer play out. See if she's still around in autumn. All these feelings I be tripping if I caught them. All these tripping I be if I falling. All this tripping in my feelings if I fall. All of if I fall. when they falling.
If I fall in, yeah, listen, they be posturing and threatening, they questioning my right to be. Well, let them come for me and my people and watch the upheaval rain down. Let them come. Can't stand in the shadows much longer. The battle's getting warmer. Let them come. Let them come. Let them come, y'all. What I'ma stand here waiting on the war cry while the chopper circle round in my red sky. Fly ashes, swear dashes. The discourse is no more. We passing on to another dawn similar to past lives. If you knew your history, then you could probably transcribe what's happening down to the millisecond. The revolution's a revolution that's ever present. And steady on a constant stream. The only thing that ever changes are the hues on the screen. Same scenes come through on the local news. Ain't the German shepherds now, it's the principles. And the pastors too, and the local crew. And the mother, cousin, grandmother closest to you. Got a whole generation of some new strange fruit. Thinking they martyrs for a birthright time while their lights bright. Yo, let them come, let them come, let them come, let them come. Say let them come for me.
Yeah, it go sawed-off shotgun, hand on the pump like them white boys who voted for Donald Trump. The imagery you giving me and mine ain't fact though. Everything I ever knew to be the greatest was Black Hole. From Malcolm to Satchmo, the city to back roads. My people make cuisine when they do us them scraps though. Put me in schools with old books and no heat inside. My black teachers had us memorizing, still I rise in the black national anthem. Young, black, and handsome, the best way to describe Miss Catherine grandson. Descendant of a beautiful hue that you can't bleach. Speak the language of them naughty head boys you can't reach. You lame if you think you're killing my spirit, my ill diligence. Shame that you just can't see it, blinded by privilege. Fist raised, head high, I'm ready for attack. The sleep John is woken ears unapologetically.
Black. Thank you all so much. I want to take this time out to make sure that we are shouting out all the wonderful folks who made today happen.
Thank you
One
all.
is Gilead. Thank you so much for sponsoring. Johns
Yes.
Hopkins Medicine, LabCorp,
Thank you.
M&T Bank,
Thank you.
Quest Diagnostics,
Thank you.
and Verizon.
Yes,
The
y'all.
only way we can get this work done, y'all, is if we work collaboratively. If we come together to make sure that we are working in a collaborative way to meet the goal of ending HIV. So thank you to all our community partners. Thank you to our community members who are the folks who are on the ground and doing this work. It's because of y'all. The only reason that this is happening is because of those folks. So thank you to community. I hope whatever you get here today is something that helps to grow, to foster, to celebrate, to make sure that you feel seen. We love y'all. We want to make sure that we're all working together to end HIV in Baltimore and beyond.
Absolutely. Yeah. 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 We go. Look, I was raised in the city, a student of my craft, daydreaming of mic gripping and doodling in class. At about 13, somebody schooled me to the grass, how to roll a light in the hell and take two in your pass. I'm geeking. Teacher started removing me from class. All the trouble that I had, I'm surprised I passed. I once was told life would go so fast. Now I'm oh so glad that I know my path.
Yeah, that I know my path, yeah.
Oh, so glad that I know my path. We go.
Same womb, different spirit, one mind. Gemini defined by space, place, and rhyme. Could make a dollar grow about 1,000,000 times, or she could grow without $1 in her pocket. The shine was magnetic. Whoever didn't have it had to get it. Energy was kinetic. Existence was prophetic. Living in every moment just like it was a blessing. Never listening to the doubt that the darkness suggested. She flourished. soul was well nourished. Walking in her purpose and her sacrifice was worth it. She was a daydreamer, strove for perfection, lived it like she felt it, so rejection was a lesson. It seemed to lessen the likelihood she would ever repeat it. Fertile ground seeded made her transition seamless. Walked amidst the monsters unscathed. Seemed they had a tame cause they never knew her name. Knew about a mask that she chose to claim. And so she walking around in the mask like it's really her. Walking around in the mask like it's really her. Walking round. Yeah.
She walking around in the mask like round.
Yeah.
She walking around in the mask like
Walking around in the mask life.
Mask life.
She walking around in the mask life.
Mask life.
But I see through it in the mask life.
Mask life.
Yeah. I awaken to the placement of an angel on my pillowcase whose glow embraced the lashes of my eyes. Reflected tears I hide as I realize the sunset begins. Repeat the cycle, friend, lover, lost friend. And when I reached out to touch her halos when she pulled me in, lost in divinity, it rendered me useless. And then took my pen and formed stanzas in the image of him. And as opened through me, the anointing of my muse would end. Her purpose served to break deserve. We parted ways, ice and smoke. Signals to remember how I breathed her in. Felt as good as sin to virgin flesh unblessed. But even with her parting, I am still not less. I am that much more, cause I had her pour through me. I'm that much more, just because I knew her beauty. I was a part of a duty to awake the world and dawn a change. Take your mask off.
Take your mask off. Take your mask off. Take. I give my life to the fullest, cause so many couldn't. Intentional straight bullets hitting people they shouldn't. I seen the God number posted on the pole in the middle of a crowd. Letters loud, the writing was bold. It seemed goodness and evil was fighting for souls. The blind wore sunshades, no Saturday goals. Kings and queens as fiends that spotted they roles. Nodding off life lost, body not yet cold. But every now and then I see somebody with a glow. Some kids with a father they seem happy to know. I heard a familiar face, it was yelling out, whoa, it's my man 50 grand, I'ma tell him about the show. He told me him and his girl was probably gonna go, plus he let his brother know cause he out on parole. It's good to see him happy, his heart was once cold, but see I was once told with people you never know.
You never know, yo. You never know, yo. You never know which side is gonna go, yo. You never know, yo. You never know, yo. You never know which side is gonna go. Eh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much again for joining us for the Baltimore AIDS Walk and Music Festival. I am Jay Pope. Thank you to Chase Brexton Health Services for sponsoring this amazing event. Thank you again to all of our amazing sponsors. I want to shout them out one more time. We got Gilead, Johns Hopkins Medicine, LabCorp, M&T Bank, Quest Diagnostics, and Verizon. And while we are so excited to have corporate sponsorship, the work is because of you. The work is because of community. The work is because of everybody who is on the ground, thriving, surviving, and working to end the epidemic of HIV in Baltimore and beyond. So thank you, and thank you to all our sponsors and for Chase Brexton Health Care for organizing this amazing event. Yeah. And we are going to jump right back into it.
Yeah. Shout out to hip hop music. Look, they say that life is what you make it. I'm making babies, making raps, making something sacred that's giving, never taking back. Living if I'm making scraps, so written a crazy flat while sipping some tasty yak. It's written in pavement that life is real and you can't fake a fact. Take it back to corner ciphers and backpacks. I would love it, but that was back when now wasn't. And rappers wasn't like a dime a dozen rhymes flooded with diamonds, studded, glimmering hypno. A fistful of dollars, yeah, a fistful of dollars. Summer give soul. Take them to the disco, take them to the ball game, take them to the lavish party where you are while they all came. I just want toast to the gargantuan dreamers, scampi shrimp steamers, for the crab cracking, brighter day believers, for the real who know how to killing real deceivers. Yeah, for true leaders. I see us as a means of getting legions off their knees into a warrior stance. Recognize the Baltimoreans dance. I would applaud them if chance was they could hold a torch to me, but not such luck. Your plans got mucked up, so now you're bitter. So now you sit up with a fit up on your Twitter, Instagram, or FB. Like, let's see who online that wanna test me. Old rapper, we'll snack on some butterscotches and Nestle's. I'm rapping over rappers in public to get them testy. It's fact I know that happening, snapping, they should arrest me. Since rapping's such a happening drug, them the convalescent from overdosing. Going so potent at the dopest moments.
Alice just so far from home. Who told you to go down that road where they don't know they're wrong from right? With a peculiar spot to be in. Did you find what you were seeking? Did you tell them you were leaving? Pray they'll let you go. Alice, you must rise. Alice, sacrifice. Alice, you must tell them who we are. So that we are blessed, 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 blessed. Tell them we are blessed, 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 blessed. Yeah. We are blessed beings walking in the foreign land sands. I was marking the starting of evolution, sparking songs of freedom. They click until we see them etched in stone tablets. Time as in fashion implanted. In our memories by habit, we chase rabbits through these holes in reality. Until home is a fantasy and all is a fallacy. Only the Mad Hatter really finds the real light. Wow. This is what insanity feels like, right? I write these lyrics with the chest sharpened. Invite you in and tickle your chin with the quill of my pen. Yo, they call it wordplay. I pray you stay, forget day. Let's all live in the midnight hour. Come, sunflower. Some dumb down, but you were different. Similar to winter winds when the sun warms your skin. Atmosphere lends itself in remembrance. Yo, baby, you shouldn't be here. Release fear. To the image in the mirror, just release fear. To the image in the mirror, just release fear. To the image in the mirror, just release.
I woke up early, eager to get it all done. My deck's flawed, but I could've caught a raw one. Kiss my babies, my lady, I'm bringing bacon home. Ain't nothing certain, I'm certain I'm gonna make it home. Take your tone down to the minimum, you're not wrong. I rock strong, going hard, cock strong. Stamina animal, average mic handlers are scandalous and out to get the paper from a crumb cake. Dumb faking, they hate grace. I treat them nice like they victim of a stamina animal, average mic handlers can't even step in the handle and the candle to me. But still I'm gone in my zone. Living holding strong for my home. Baltimore is the zone that I'm repping till I die. Ain't a question when you step into the session. Let's go.
When you step into the session, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Yeah.
Right. What's our time like? Thanks for rocking with us, y'all, on this beautiful Sunday. If you're watching virtually, you're probably smart because it's really, really hot outside.
I know we're gonna do one particular song of mine that's a favorite, which is called Giovanni's Room.
Oh yes, we definitely have to do
And I have an interesting Chase Brexton story to tell around some information pertaining to this song. So Giovanni's Room is based off of sort of my interpretation and experience with one of my favorite authors, James Baldwin, and his book Giovanni's Room, and how that kind of played into my coming out experience and that whole piece. If you aren't familiar with James Baldwin, shame on you. It's 2020. Really, I'm literally judging you. Also, read it. Giovanni's Room's a great place to start. Also, go tell it on a mountain. But when the marriage bill passed in Maryland, I was working at Chase Brexton. And this was when we were on the Cathedral Street site. And I was pregnant with my son at the time, who's 9 now, he'll be 9 in July. And there was this like celebration. I remember I had gone to the governor's mansion once and did a press conference like, hey y'all, gay people should be able to get married. right? You were there. You were part of that. Eze was like, they need people to talk. And I was like, hey, bro, I'm gay. So I came out. We did the thing. We did the press conference, and then it passed. And I remember being at work. And it was one of the opportunities that I truly appreciated, for whatever it means to work in nonprofit, for whatever it means to work in, the spaces that we work in. There are moments that happen to make you appreciate why you do what you do. And to be in a workplace where everybody around me was like, I can't believe it happened. And we were next door to City Cafe, and City Cafe put a flag up, and everybody got free drinks, and it was a celebration, and it made me appreciate movements that happen from grassroots. And being able to celebrate with people that affirm you, that you also spend 8 hours of your day with. And I think that is important. Even when all the politics of work and all the things come into it, that is the part that reminds me that it is so vital, the work that we do. And it is so important that we continue to make sure that we can continue to do that work. So I encourage everyone who is watching to donate and to give money to make sure that there are more affirming spaces, because that was vital to when I had my kid and transitioned into that area of my life. And I really appreciate being able to work in that space. And I think funding places who do that work is so important. So give where your heart says to give, and thank you for joining us. Yes. I think we're ready to move to the next piece. Etching my whole life into these walls, laying here in Giovanni's bed, watching life go by. I hear my mother calling out my name. I hear her voice, she wonders why I stay. She cannot envision me laying here inside these sheets, tumbling towards hell. How far I have fell from grace. But the way the sun shines from Giovanni's face, the innocence that Giovanni radiates, it could be that we are just imitating life, but it feels right when arms are tied around my waist. And Giovanni's room is where my heart keeps going, but the world wants to take it away. And Giovanni's room is where my peace exists, but the world won't let me stay. And Giovanni. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us for the 2021 Baltimore AIDS Walk and Music Festival. Thank you so much to Chase Brexton. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors. We hope you all had a good time. I had a fantastic time being here with you all, being here with my friends, making music, and sharing space. So,
yes, thank y'all so much. Hopefully we'll see y'all next year in person.
Hey.